Hey everyone, First T here. Thanks for checking out this YouTube channel. 20 RSM Classic. Here's his post-win virtual press conference interview.
First two-time champion of the RSM Classic. Robert, what a day. If we can get your thoughts on your second victory here in Sea Island.
It's awesome. Obviously, getting the trophy at the end is phenomenal. We got selfies going on over here. And it was a bit of a struggle today at times. It's pretty solid there, and then kind of lost it for a little bit. And just kind of hung in there, and fortunately nobody got too far away, and kind of snuck out of the playoff there.
Talk a little bit about how this changes your goals for the rest of this season now as we're about to head into the break in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it changes my schedule dramatically. I was just trying to get some good tournaments in, so I had a better number for the start of the new year, and obviously now I can kind of pick my schedule and choose what I want to do, and it just makes things a lot easier.
Okay, we will open it up to questions. We'll start with Michael Bamberger.
Thank you so much, Robert. Congratulations. I'm wondering if there was one moment when you were thinking about tapping in before Kissick made his putt for par in the second playoff hole.
Yeah, I figured he'd give it a pretty good run there on that pitch. You obviously never know, and then that par putt he made was really impressive.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Doug Ferguson with Associated Press.
Robert, I wanted to just ask you, did you feel like the tournament was slipping away from you until your 6 iron to 17 and even standing over the par putt on 18 in the playoff?
Yeah, between the missed putts on 13, 15, and 16, I kind of felt like it was getting away. Just kind of wondering if Kiz was going to get to 20 or not, and I got a pretty nice bounce on that 6 iron there on 17, and fortunately made a putt after I'd missed several, and I would like to give that putt on 18 a little better go, but felt very fortunate to get into the playoff.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go to Sean Martin with PGA Tour.com.
I know we kind of asked you this before, but what do you feel like the biggest difference this week was between the player in the last few years?
I felt like the first 3 days it was my putter. I made a lot of putts. The ball striking got better kind of as the week went, hit some close, and just I felt like I scored really well, and I think I only made 2 bogeys all week, so that was pretty helpful.
And then what was maybe in the years since the first RSM victory, was there a most frustrating moment or a time where you were most maybe perplexed that you weren't repeating that success from 2015?
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I guess I kind of expected it would just kind of keep the same trend, and it was tough, and then 2018, I think that was a really difficult year, and then ended up getting that win on the Corn Ferry, and I, kind of treaded water for a little while, and I felt like things were starting to get a little better, and I wasn't quite getting the results, but wasn't expecting this either.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Adam Schupak from Golf Week.
Yeah, Robert, did you make a putter change this week, or is that just been your go-to putter all year?
I've had that putter for a while. Just been working on some things, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I felt like I was reading the greens well and was making a lot of putts, and sometimes that just happens, I guess, and I capitalized on it.
Any thoughts on making Sea Island your permanent home?
Maybe I should, or at least come down here for the winter or something, but it's been very good to me.
All right, thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go back to Doug Ferguson.
Robert, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to multitask here, so I might have missed this here. But did you talk about that fine little pitching wedge you hit in the playoff? Did you get a sense of, have you seen a replay of it to see how close it came to coming in? And could you just say some really nice things about it, please?
Yeah, I did not see a replay. We were trying. I kind of sounds like it, but no, we were just. It was 158, and we were playing on the ball, kind of knuckling out of there and jumping, and you're kind of at the mercy of whatever you get, and it came out really well, and I was just hoping it would kind of land soft, and obviously it worked out as good as you could hope for.
What's that feeling when you're walking up to the green and you get a good sense of it all?
It's pretty cool. I couldn't quite tell how close it was till I was, all the way up by the hole. But it, I don't know. It's really nice to sit there and have a little 1 foot putt instead of trying to make a 6, 7, 8 footer.
All right, and lastly, and then I'll hang up and listen. If you think about getting your card back through the Korn Ferry Finals a little bit more than a year ago, having everything frozen so you don't lose status, and then here you are exempt through, really through the end of 23 almost. Can you just talk about what that means to you, along with starting the year in Hawaii, going back to Augusta, all that stuff?
It's I don't know. It's really cool. It's been some ups and downs, a lot of downs, and a few good bright spots here and there. And the way things shook out with COVID, them extending everybody's status was really nice. They could have sent me right back to the Korn Ferry Finals, and had to go back that way. But it shook out really nice. And then obviously going to Maui and Augusta is pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go back to Michael Bamberger.
John, thank you. Robert, do you ever wear a golf glove?
No, I think my caddy maybe said I've worn one about 3 times. It's usually raining sideways.
Why is it that so many guys do? Why is it that you do not?
Just the thing as a kid, I didn't like the way it felt and never really wore one. Just a really old habit from when I was 7, 8 years old.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go to Shane Ryan with Golf Digest.
Open my microphone. Hi, hi, Robert. How are you?
Good.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
My question is, when you get into a playoff, that's probably the most personal situation you can get. Kevin's a really strong match play golfer and a tough guy. When you get into that situation, does your mindset become more personal? Do you start considering your opponent a little bit more than you would normally?
Yeah, because you're only trying to beat one person. You don't have the rest of the field to worry about. I felt very fortunate to get to a second playoff hole. As good as he is, there was a very good chance he was going to make that birdie putt on the first hole, and I felt lucky to have a crack at par and made it, and got another swipe at it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go to Adam Schupak.
Robert, what is this in terms of validation of the first victory? What does this mean to you?
It's really nice to say I got more than one. Obviously, it's great to win one, but winning more than once is, I don't know, I guess validates what ability you have, and it was just kind of unexpected and super nice to get.
And ice cream tonight?
Most likely. I haven't missed this week.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go to Rex Hoggard with Golf Channel.
Robert, considering that both your victories were playoffs, do you consider yourself kind of a playoff-type player that you enjoy that pressure towards the end of the game?
I don't know about that, but I've come out good on 2 out of 3, I think, or 3 out of 4 maybe. But I guess it simplifies it a little bit. You're just playing the guys standing there, but it's a little bit different animal. Maybe change what you're doing based on what somebody else does.
Did your emotions change when your playoff started?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess because you're done with the round and then you go right back out there and you're still trying to play the last hole in a golf tournament. So I guess it's just a little bit different because you got the whole formality of it on the tee, and but I guess once you hit that tee ball, you're kind of back to it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go back to Sean Martin.
You said unexpected. Which one of the 2 wins was more unexpected? Which one was harder, and which one are you more proud of?
That's a hard question.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I guess getting in a playoff that first go around was very unexpected, and just everything kind of fell my way there. Made a bunch of birdies at the end, and then this one, I guess coming into the week, I've been playing all right, but you know, to kind of have the lead for that long and you know, I guess get down to the end there, it was pretty satisfying to pull it off. And I guess, I don't know, maybe a little more proud of this one because I got the second one, but they're both pretty great.
All right, let's go back to Shane Ryan.
Hey Robert, interesting rhythm today where you were pretty steady, but you had people below you shooting 62s, 63s as they kind of came up. What is that like? I mean, probably a lot of us have played in team sports where a comeback is happening and it's sort of a nervy feeling. So if you could describe that, and then was there a point, I don't know, looking at 17, was there a point where you kind of said, okay, it's time to stop coasting and time to sort of turn the engine on?
Yeah, I thought some guys would go low. I didn't think it would be that many. Obviously, the wind was not the same as the last few days, but I was doing all right there at the turn, and kind of 13, 15, 16, that was a little tough. You know, if I make even 2 out of 3 of those, I'm in a lot better spot. And I've been making those all week and missed a few, and yeah, you kind of got to stick to what you're doing. And fortunately, I had a decent head start.
Do you think, based on that and the negative momentum that you kind of had, that the tee shot at 17 might have been your most important shot of the day in some ways?
Yeah, for sure. I got a pretty nice little bounce there, and it was nice to hit a good putt, have it go in, and you know, had a chance there at the last.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take a couple more. We'll go back to Sean Martin.
Obviously, Maggie was pregnant. The first time you won, now you've got 2 kids. What will the kids' reactions be to bring home the trophy?
I think they'll be excited. I'm not sure. Not sure they'll quite understand what it means, but they'll be pretty happy. I'm sure they watched a little bit of it on TV today.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we'll wrap it up with Doug Ferguson.
Robert, you mentioned early on about how this allows you to, pick and choose and set your schedule and things like that. Can you just give us a quick idea of what that means? I mean, places like Riviera, which were limited fields and things like that, what would you have done? What will you do now? Ballpark.
I mean, I was still on the bubble for Mexico after Thanksgiving. When you're in that Corn Ferry category, you're just at the mercy of whether guys want to play or not. And sometimes you got to wait till the Friday before. Sometimes you get a call on Monday to hop on an airplane. So it's nice to be able to plan and try to pick the places you like, or the invitationals or whatever it might be. And I guess you can prepare for it. You're going to play, and that part of it's pretty nice.
When it seems like a ton of guys were anxious to get going with the restart, were you able to get in tournaments pretty easily?
No, I snuck into Travelers, was the first one because they had some COVID cases, and it could have been worse, but my number was good enough. I got quite a few starts, and I was pretty happy about it because I didn't know how much guys were going to play because everything was so up in the air and still trying to make that FedEx playoff.
What do you consider the single best thing about winning today?
I don't know. You get to do Maui, Augusta, Players, I think PGA. All those are pretty good. Yeah.
The exemption?
Yeah, just getting to play in those big tournaments it's really nice.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we do have one more. We'll wrap it up with Adam Schupat.
Robert, let's take one last stab at just why you think the game all came together this week. What clicked?
To me, it was just the putter. I had some pretty good spats of ball striking in the middle, but I made some putts early and some good par putts the first round, and then made a good chunk of them coming down the stretch. It got me to 5 under on a pretty windy day the first round, and then made a bunch of putts second and third round, and then I missed a few today, but overall, I would say it's the best I've putted in a long time.
Congratulations once again, Robert Streb. What are your thoughts on the 2020 RSM Classic? Let me know in the comments section below, and please click on the thumbs up icon if you liked this video. Subscribing to this YouTube channel and sharing the video also helps, and don't forget to click on the notification button for this channel so you won't miss the next First 2 Tee video.